Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and this will be a little short one here. I'll have a longer one coming up probably tomorrow morning. Anyway, so here we have Michael Cohen. Guess what this is? This is the reasons for his disbarment. If you want to read through this, you can find out exactly why they disbarred him. And they went through and they had all these detailed things, and when he did this, and he has been disbarred based upon his conviction of a felony, which is something that they do. But it's 8 pages worth of the reasons why he was disbarred. And those are also the reasons why nobody should pay attention to anything he said today, because, it's all, who knows? It's fabricated. It's truthification, right? He took truth, he smeared it around, he mixed it up with a lot of fiction, that's for sure. Anyway, this is dated February 28th, and I'm not sure why they date it like that, but this is the document, and it will be, I guess maybe that's when they're filing it or something. I don't know. But as for Cohen, I'm not going to say a whole lot, because most of it, if you watch Fox News, you saw a lot of what I would have said. And pretty much he lied, he contradicted himself so many times. I mean, he said Trump was all about winning, and then he turned around and he said Trump said he was not going to win, didn't think he was going to win. It's like, okay, those are contradictory. And pretty much they asked him about Russian collusion, and he was like, no, he didn't see anything. The dossier, according to Michael Cohen, he pretty much tore the dossier to pieces, because he said that video that they're talking about doesn't exist. We haven't been able to find it. And I can guarantee you that the kind of guy this was, I think if it had been out there, he would have found it. And, just everything that he's saying pretty much cleared Trump. Now, of course, Trump is not a perfect angel, and we all knew that when we voted for him. I don't think there's anybody who voted for him that thought the guy was a saint. I mean, we knew he was a playboy. We knew he'd slept around. We knew he'd cheated on a wife. We knew this, okay? This is not news to us. But we also knew that we needed somebody to get in there and to take care of the swamp. And it was not going to be somebody like Mitt Romney, who was, meek and mild, and I said something and you didn't like it, so I'm going to apologize. Okay. Not like that. We didn't need that. And we surely didn't need a John McCain. So we needed somebody who could get in there, and it wouldn't matter that they were strong enough to allow the attacks to just go off their backs, to run off his back. And that's what he does. He shirks it off. I mean, this guy can take the abuse. And we had to have somebody in there who could stand it, because it has been brutal. And we all know that. It's been horrible. And how the press has treated him has just been abominable. But that's what they think is free press. So, it's sad. They've equated fake news with free press. And, you do have the right to speak out against a president, but it should at least be truthful and rooted in reality, but it hasn't been. So a lot of the things that he was saying today sounded more to me like, okay, this is going to sound weird, but a jilted lover. No, it was somebody who was in a type of a relationship, a business relationship, and he felt like he'd been betrayed by Trump, because Trump has not been there to support him and to say, oh, that's okay, I'll get you out. I'll get you off on this. It's like, no, Trump has just kind of let him flounder, because that's what he should do. And even when Michael Cohen was asked if Trump had talked to him before he went in to testify before, and he said Trump told him to cooperate with Congress. There you go. I mean, so Trump is not obstructing justice, because he told him to go in and cooperate with Congress. If he was trying to obstruct justice, wouldn't he tell him, don't do that? I don't know. It just seemed really strange. And a lot of the stuff that Michael Cohen claimed happened, he has nothing to back it up. I mean, he wants to say that he was a lawyer for Trump, that he was Trump's personal lawyer, And then he doesn't want to admit that he was paid a retainer fee on a regular basis. Okay, so what? Trump didn't pay you? Yeah, of course Trump paid him. And so it was like, on the one hand, he says this, and another hand, he said that. And that was really interesting when they caught him about being so quick to turn over all the tapes from his clients without their permission. I thought that was great. It was just like, oh, that's really bad ethics. No wonder you were disbarred. Lawyers should not be doing that. So, and lawyers are supposed to know the law, so they would know. He should have known, that he couldn't do that. But of course not. He just wanted to. I don't know what his motives are. I really don't. But I think that he's in a lot more deep due because, Meadows got him on the FARA thing. I think he's going to prosecute on that with the foreign agent thing that they're supposed to be registered. And he was not, but he was acting in that manner. So that's going to be interesting. And then, of course, Meadows got his nose bent out of shape because Talib, she's something else, isn't she? But she pretty much accused him of using a black woman that he brought in to support what was, Trump and everything. And she said he was using her as a token, I don't know. But it was just because she was black. And it's like, no. And then Meadows comes back and he says, well, my nephews and nieces are black. So, I mean, that really it was interesting. But Meadows got really hot under the collar. And I have to give Cummings a little bit of a tip of the hat because he actually did a good job in responding to that. And he understood and he took her to task, Talib. He took her to task because she had basically insulted Meadows. And see, in the Senate, they have this rule that you don't do that. You don't say nasty things about another senator. And so that was something that she really stepped over the line. I don't know. She's going to be a problem. She's going to be an issue, man. She's something else. But anyway, the whole thing, I think, was really crazy, especially since they did it at the same time Trump was in North Korea. And they did it, they did it to try to draw the attention away from what he was doing. Because every time he tries to do something good, they do something to take the attention away from that because they can't stand it when he wins. And these people are so crazy that they would rather see North Korea bombing us than they would having Trump make peace. That's how crazy they are. They want to see him fail. And if he fails, that's the possible consequence that could happen. So anyway, that's what I've got for you tonight. And I just wanted to give you my thoughts. I know everybody's been giving their thoughts on it. But frankly, I didn't watch the whole thing. I had some family commitments, and so I couldn't do that. But I'm not going to go back and watch it all. I watched clips from here and there, and that's pretty much all I want to see because it was just so insanely stupid. I mean, it was the same things. You had one side trying to be so nice to the guy and, oh, we're so glad you're here. And then you had the other side saying, he's a liar. He's not. Why would you listen to anything he says? Which I have to agree with that because he has been convicted of a felony of perjury. So, there are a lot of good points that were brought out. And it just was interesting to see how, it went back and forth. But I don't think it accomplished one thing. I really don't. I think the people that were hating Trump before are still hating him. The people who supported Trump before are still supporting him. Nothing's new. Nothing's new. And I do have to ask, why was that televised? I mean, why didn't they televise maybe the whistleblowers, Moynihan and Doyle, when they talked about the Hillary Clinton Foundation? Why didn't they televise that one? That was pretty eye-opening. But, we didn't want to do that, did we? So I don't know why they would televise this. I think it was just definitely a show that they wanted to put on. One of the commentators said a circus. Yeah, I think it was. It was a circus. So anyway, that's my opinions on it. I don't know. They're not worth a whole lot, I guess, but that's just what I think about it. It was crazy. It was not worth it. And it was purely a stunt to try to keep the focus off of Trump and what he's doing in North Korea. So that's what I've got for you tonight. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later.